came out with the Strike King 8.0, we wanted to have a bait in our Squarebill line that kind of matched the same profile as like our 10XD. You know, I mean, you need a big profile bait for certain times of the year, and we wanted to, you know, have one that was going to be a real versatile bait. So it's actually, you know, 2 times bigger than the 2.5, I mean, in length. And we actually made it real heavy too. One thing we wanted to do was get that same action, that erratic hunting action that we have in our smaller Squarebills, and build it into this big bait right here. So what we ended up with is a phenomenal fish catching bait. So it's got you know, a lot of weight to it. You can cast it a mile if you want to for long casts. And what's surprising too, that we didn't really plan on but ended up happening, is how this bait will run. So I can cast this thing, if I use it on lighter line, say, you know, 12 or 14 pound test line, and make a long cast with it, it'll hit the bottom in 10 foot of water. So I actually crank a lot of those mid-depth or you know, shallower ridges in summertime fishing with this 8.0. So it's got, you know, that great hunting action. It doesn't have the steep dive angle like an XD series bait does, but it does get down there. And what that does, it gives me a lot of ability to control the depth with the line. So if I'm fishing normal shallow cover with a Squarebill and I want to, you know, throw the 8.0, I can get away with throwing a lot heavier line because it helps the bait run a little bit shallower. So I fish it a lot on 25 pound monofilament, and that just helps that bait, you know, run a little bit shallower, so it'll only get down to that 5 or 6 foot zone if I'm fishing that real shallow cover. And it gives you, you know, so much better feel. You know, the ability to rip the bait out of the grass a lot better if you're fishing grass with it. So it's a really versatile bait, and it's a great big bass catcher. The main thing that surprised me when I started fishing this bait a lot is how many little bitty bass I still caught on it. So even though it's a big bait, it's not that big a meal for any bass.